I'm Graeme Snell. Fiona's my partner. We've been together about a year. Last July, 7th July, I had a bilateral stroke. We'd been together about 3 months at the time of the stroke, and because we've known each other for a while and she's a medical background, I think it was very nice to have that support from a person like that. She's been a fabulous support to us, really. 2 daughters, Darcy and Maeve, who are 7 and 5. They're quite a handful, but they're lovely. They recognised I'd been ill, and I think between me and my ex-wife, we were trying to set the situations like, yeah, Daddy's been ill, but he's going to be okay. So it was almost to say, well, this is a situation, not to over-worry them, not to over-concern them, because kids can just get an amazing imaginations and think what's going on, and is he going to die, is he not going to die? So we were just saying, well, actually, I've been ill, but I'm going to get better and I'm improving. I think what came about was, this year I sat at the computer, using my mouse, and I was desperately trying to send an email, and I couldn't send the email, and I literally thought the screen had frozen, and I could see the cursor, and I'm going, I need to get it sent. And then I looked down and I thought, it's my arm that's not moving, and I just thought, that's just weird. And I literally moved my arm off the desk, and it just fell down like that, and I just thought, oh, that's not good. And then I had the same sensation coming up my leg. Got to about here, then I said to my colleague, I think I'm having a stroke, basically, phone somebody. I was in hospital just for a week, but I think one of the reasons why I probably came out earlier was because I was actually quite keen to get out, to be honest. And also, my sister was going to stay with me, and she's a nurse, so I think they were quite comfortable that I wasn't going to have another acute episode, and I had some support at home because I generally live on my own. At the time I thought I was okay, but looking back now I wasn't at all. I was real balance issues, real coordination issues, and lost my spatial awareness completely. Really didn't move for a month, but I thought I was okay mentally. The first time I went to the park over the road, because bear in mind literally probably the month before I'd run about 10 miles, and I used to go training around that park, and then to actually not be able to almost get to the park was just quite awful, really. What I've still got deficits on is my fine nerves is still affected a bit, to be honest. So I've still got funny sensation on my right hand and my right foot, and my short-term memory is a bit iffy. I probably feel like I've just aged 10 years quicker than I wanted to, really. But I said, I said before, I'm very lucky to be alive, really. So it's like, well, I'm here, make the most of it. I think what I find is, the work of the Seven Families Project, what I find is that with being off work, finance support is always a worry, so having some money to help me on my rehabilitation through the project would be fabulous. It'll allow me to basically take a bit of time out to get back to where I want to be, but not rush it, not get too pressurised. Before my stroke I felt 100%. After my stroke I felt -100. I'm now probably back at about 0%. So having a bit of time with a bit of financial support and rehabilitation is going to give me that chance to work from 0, probably back up to say 85, 90. I want to get fit, I want to push myself, but you don't know how far you can, because I don't want it to happen again. But I'm confident with all the medication and the advice I've been given, it probably won't. I'm probably now back in the normal risk factors, really. I think what would be good is if through the Seven Families Project, if the rehabilitation support can basically just maybe look at me and say, well, actually, you're at this stage now, what can we do to support you? Now, I think maybe just looking at the level I'm at now is how far can I push myself? I've always worked in health, and all my qualifications are in health, or different backgrounds, either environmental health or public health or occupational health. So what I'd like to do is do something around health, but I feel I'm at the stage now with my experience and career, I wouldn't mind, and this has only actually come since the stroke, is going into lecturing or something. So that's something I'm looking at, but ultimately, I think getting back to work, I would like to think September, October time, I'll be starting to think, if I'm not back in work then, start pushing it a bit more. I think I was just getting too busy and too bogged down with work and not enjoying life. I think the pressure was unbeknown getting to me, and then literally this stroke just took my legs away and forced me to stop and think, and so it's given me that chance to reevaluate things, really. So.